From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time once again for Up Close and Personal here on The Horse's Mouth, at Tommy Max, at my bar, and of course on Buzz TV. Brought to you by our good friends at TruckCrashLaw.com. My guest this time around, he's back once again. His company's kicking butt, and he's here to talk about it all. Steve Dean from Addix Sportswear. Steve, how are you, man?
Good, sir. Glad to be back.
Great to have you back. How you been?
Really good.
Everything good. Business good. You guys still rolling and rocking and all that good stuff.
We are. We planted our flag here in Jacksonville back in August of last year.
Yeah.
So when you step your toes in the water, you don't know what you're going to get. But thankfully, it's been a really good reception. By the customers here in Northeast Florida as well as Florida, Southeast in general. Right. So it's been great.
And remind everyone, it's custom-made jerseys, right? For the most part, sportswear.
So it includes pants, jerseys, caps, fan gear, promo items. I mean, we have a full portfolio of products that we offer not only to the players, but their fans, to their schools, to anybody that wants to follow the sport.
Yeah.
We have our own graphic design team. We print, cut, sew, manufacture everything here in our factory right over by the Jag Stadium.
And are you nationwide? And do you get into international sales? Would you, or what's the how do you look towards the future in that regard?
We're definitely nationwide. Yesterday, California was our biggest state in terms of sales, but it's all over the place. And we've done a little bit of international. We've been in Honduras, France. We've had a few. Okay. We really don't market the international as much because there's a lot of white space here in North America that we're trying to sell into.
Yeah, and I would imagine soccer over there would be huge, right? So a lot to do with that sport.
Soccer and our sales in Europe have been predominantly rugby jerseys.
Yeah, rugby's phenomenal.
Yeah,
that's great. Looks like you might have played a little rugby back in the day.
I played football and I wrestled, and I think that rugby is the combination of those two sports
too, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So how'd you get into this, and how long you been in business? Because you've been on this show for a little while now, but how long have you been doing this?
I got into it about 5 years ago. I actually took ownership of a company almost 4 years ago in Michigan called Addix Sportswear.
Right.
And then
we always, I'm sorry to cut you off, we always in the sportswear? How'd you get into that?
So my background is supply chain and logistics. One stop along the way, I was head of sales and marketing for Ryder based out of Miami. I ran the Conway Transportations Group sales force, 600 plus people. So supply chain and logistics, business development, sales, marketing was really my background. And as a retirement hobby, I got into manufacturing sportswear.
Okay.
And I might work more hours a week now than I did back in my corporate life.
Well, that background, I mean, that's a big part of the battle, right? Getting things on time, delivered on time, right? I mean, that's to be able to navigate through that, especially what had transpired a few years back, the pandemic and all that kind of stuff.
Well, absolutely, and really it translates well because in the whole Amazon thing that has taken place here with kind of that I hit a button, I want the stuff on my doorstep. Well, we're customized uniforms. It can't be same day, next day.
Right.
But we're trying to reduce the cycle from order to delivery as much as we can. We can certainly compete with the Asia supply chain because they're producing it there, putting it on an ocean liner or maybe on a air cargo and sending it over. We produce it here locally. We carry all the fabrics, the inks, the threads, and all of that so that we can turn sports uniforms very quickly. Okay. So there's definitely a supply chain element of it.
And you said some of it's fan related, right? If they want if there's a bunch of fans that want jerseys or whatnot, like cyclists, do you do things for them as well?
We do some for cycling. I would say predominantly it's baseball, softball, wrestling, football, volleyball, basketball. Okay. But the fans want to wear the same gear. So we'll set up a team store for the school that's ordering, all of their, say, football pants, jerseys, and so forth. And then they can go in and buy. They can buy a jersey. They can buy a T-shirt, a hoodie, a cap, a knit cap, a blanket, but something with the logo on it that signifies the team, the season.
Right. All right. So as we wrap up here, Steve, so what's the future look like? Eventually you sell the company? I mean, do you build it enough to where you're like, you know what, or you pass it on to somebody, or what? Have you thought that far ahead?
Well, we've made one acquisition that we've announced. Great Atlantic Outfitters happens to be a Jacksonville-based company.
Yeah,
we actually have another acquisition in play. We're just days. I'd like to say hours, but maybe 2, 3, 4 days away from announcing it.
Cool.
So the roll up, in this space, because it's very fragmented, and see where we can go. And ideally, we want to be the 800-pound gorilla in the custom uniform space.
Awesome. How can people find you, Steve? What's the easiest way?
Addix Sportswear.com. Go out there on our website, Google search us, go out on Facebook, and you'll find us readily.
Awesome, man. Great to have you on the show.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Keep
up the good work.
All right.
Oh, hey, we love entrepreneurs that kick ass out there. And hey, ones that struggle, you know what? Your next one, you're going to do the same. You're going to kick some butt out there and sit right here at my bar and tell us all about it. If you like these kind of conversations, check out more at iwantabuzz.com. So until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on the Horse's Mouth. Cheers.
Cheers.